And the starters in this race: lane 1, Germany; lane 2, France; lane 3, Israel; lane 4, Norway; lane 5, Ukraine; and lane 6, China.
Let's have a look at the finish of the Sava Lake, and we will have a little gap before the start of the next race, and we see the 6 athletes on the start line.
So something we got to see in Lucerne was that they did a demonstration race to try out racing these para boats in Lucerne, where the course is all a little bit tighter. And it was very interesting to see that Birgit Skarstein did race there, but actually got beaten. And it's the first time she's been beaten, but it wasn't, I guess, a world championship race. And for me, it just showed how hard she has to push herself, how hard she has to take it, that when she wasn't really up for it, she actually was overhauled by Moran Samuel on that occasion.
Yeah, Moran Samuel does like to go out quickly. In the Europeans, she did that, but Skarstein stuck on 2:34s for 500 metres, and just was so pleased to overhaul her. I think that was in the heat. So we saw Manuela Diening, the Rue de Rhine, Munster Sculler in lane 2, Natalie Benoit from France in the centre lane. Very distinctive features of Moran Samuel. Talking about mothers rowing, Moran Samuel's got 3 kids, and the world champion Birgit Skarstein in lane 4. She's also, as you heard, the Paralympic champion, one of the top athletes in the world. Anna Schermit tends to miss out on medals. She did win one at the Worlds last year, got the bronze, and just got 4th in the Paralympics in Tokyo. And this 41-year-old Chinese sculler, Wang Li, did see her before in the Linz World Championships back in 2019, where she finished 10th, but she's made the A final this time. She'll get a top 6 finish at the very least.
Moments away from this A final, the PR1.
Those are the colours of Birgit Skarstein. Picking her out, she just has that moment to ready herself for what is coming. She knows how painful it's going to be. Look at that button right on the end of the sleeve, the maximum hardest gearing you could possibly set that blade on to give her minimal inboard leverage, maximum outside leverage, so she'll be moving the boat as far as she possibly can each stroke, which you can only imagine the lactate burn she's going to feel in her arms and shoulders from that.
I just wonder whether Moran is going to take it out quickly in the first 500 metres. 41-year-old Israeli. Struggled with long COVID last season, which is one reason she finished in 5th in the Worlds, but the Paralympic silver medalist back on form this season. She's been over with her family, Arad, Rom and Segev, who I think with her and a partner in Bled,
Ukraine,
the Europeans.
China, attention.
That is a very long hold at the start there. So we were waiting for the buzzer to go. And a fast start from the boats in lanes 3, 4 and 5. Samuel, Skarstein, Schermit, they are the favourites to medal.
Yeah, as you said, it was a long hold. The scullers are waiting there. I guess they're a bit more comfortable. The water's so nice and calm today. Lovely to see that. And that is Birgit Skarstein, who's showing at the front of the field. Interesting to see Anna Schermit of Ukraine. She has that long, lean back that we were seeing, but she's so slight in her body. She looks very young, doesn't she, when you see her around the venue here. But she's on the big stage. She's been up there for a while now. And as you say, Martin, often ends up missing out on the medals, but she's putting herself, as you can see it, in about 3rd position, level with Natalie Benoit on the far side.
Yeah, she's a bit of an introvert. She burst onto the scene when she was only 16. Anna Schermit What a lean back. Wow. I know she leans back a long way. I don't know if she's even extended that this year. Sculls really, well, she's not kept her powder dry in the first part of this race, leading Moran Samuel.
And in fact, it's the French sculler currently up in third place at the moment. Natalie Benoit just ahead of Sheremet, who's closest to us on screen. And I agree, I think that Sheremet's style, she's always had that long lean back, but is really, must be getting stronger and more practiced in that style, because it does look quite extreme, but similar sort of style, not quite as far back. Here's Garstein on screen. She's so strong, such an incredible athlete.
Yeah, and we have seen her sometimes be conservative and just get into a pace, and she tends to know her best speed from 0 to 2,000 meters and not let herself get dragged into a race when other people get ahead of her. Today, it looks like she's gone out very hard, and she's hoping, presumably, she's going to win this from the go all the way through to the line. But as it is, yeah, we've got Moran Samuel alongside her, keeping with her. And here we see it, Martin. Look at that lean back.
Very dramatic. And we did talk about 2:34s in Bled. Was the time that Birgit Sculls went through in. But just to check on the world's best pace, Birgit Sculls holds that record with a 2:26 through 500 meters, and she wasn't far off that mark.
2:24.
My goodness, that is world's best time pace. She set that in Varese, where there's much more of a tail breeze than there is here.
So perhaps in career best form, but certainly quick conditions. We've seen slow conditions all week here with predominantly headwind conditions, but these first two races have shown us that they're very fast conditions this afternoon indeed. But it is the Paralympic champion, the world champion, Sculls in the lead, closely tracked by Moran Samuel of Israel.
And I'm looking at Birgit Sculls and thinking about the way she's gone out here. I know she often tracks her heart rate, monitors her body, and then feels confident in that more steady pace, even when other people are getting out in front of her. But today, she's doing it. She's taking it on with that, like we say, incredibly fast first 500. Moran Samuel is going with her. And I just hope, almost for Sculls' sake, that she hasn't turned these tactics around. It might come back to hurt her.
Yeah. And there we see the Israeli sculler in second place, Moran Samuel. After she recovered from her stroke, she completed her studies at Haifa, became a physical therapist, and worked with the Paralympic Sports Association, particularly the Israeli women's basketball team, wheelchair basketball team. And over on the far side, Natalie Benoit, who of course back in the day, in 2013, famously completed the 1,036-kilometre row between Paris and Marseille.
And we can see Natalie Benoit, who we were just speaking about, Martin. They're currently in fourth place, but Sculls still in the lead. But I think this is a great race here for Samuel. She looks like she could be dangerous in this third quarter.
Well, as I said, I saw them racing each other in Lucerne. We know there's still a big overlap at the front of the field. We're going to see it here. Natalie Benoit has that boat still overlapping Birgit Sculls. We will check their time for you as we come through halfway. And then we're going to just get those positions. Looking back at a boat length now, Anna Sheremet is getting herself as cleanly as she can into bronze medal position and trying to move on Natalie Benoit.
Yeah, it is just a few seconds off the world's best time. They've slowed a little bit, but that's understandable in these conditions. 4:53, the world's best time. What was that, about 4:56 through the 1,000?
4:55.83, so not far off.
Blistering pace being set by these women on this course. And Moran Samuel, the Israeli, came over to Europe for the championships in Bled with the family and her partner. Sheremet looking to match the bronze medal she won in this event last year.
And I'm looking at Anna Sheremet there, and you see the lean back with her, and I'm just trying to look at her blades and whether she's actually able to make use of it by holding the spoons under the water, or whether actually those spoons are becoming shallow and she's not quite getting the benefit she might get from all of that lean back.
Yeah, it's really interesting, that question of whether to lean back. It puts you in mind of the Canadians when they took the gold medal in the World Championships back, I think, in 2002 in Seville and 2003. That long lean back the crew had then.
As we come through the 1250 metre mark, 750 metres left to run on this race, and it looks to me as though the top four are starting to close up. Natalie Benoit putting pressure on the leading scullers to get herself into a medal fighting position. Sheramet from the Ukraine still in bronze, and look, they're moving through Moran Samuel.
Yeah, absolutely, Sarah. I think certainly we've got a leader at the moment in the shape of Birgit Skarstein, but those other three are really tightening up here in the race for the medals. We saw Anna Sheramet, fastest moving boat on the water. Certainly she was the fastest moving out of those three and starting to close that gap on Moran Samuel. I wonder whether she's going to pay for her pace, as we just see it now, that Ukrainian boat number 5 just getting into silver medal position.
Wow, what a move from the Ukrainian Birgit Skarstein, the 2014, 18 and 22 Winter Paralympian. She competed in cross-country skiing. She's done Dancing with the Stars in Norway. Of course, she's Paralympic champion in Tokyo. Her last loss, I guess, was back in Rio when the racing was just over 1,000 metres, where she finished in 4th place. But goes through the 1,500 metre mark in the lead. Sheramet sensationally challenging for a silver medal, and, well, Moran Samuel there, just the pain on her face, you saw it, and Natalie Benoit has just taken advantage of it.
Yeah, Moran Samuel is going in the wrong direction. You can see she's down in 4th now. I actually have to start to wonder about the question, could Anna Sheramet go all the way back here through Birgit Skarstein? What I can tell you on the times, the gap was 4 seconds at 1,000 metres. That gap is down to 2 seconds at 500 to go. So if Anna Sheramet could make the same progress in this last 500 as she did in the last, she would be level with Birgit Skarstein.
She has the overlap. Skarstein has been setting an incredible pace in these conditions, but will the 22-year-old Ukrainian who finished 4th in the Paralympics find something? She trains in Dnipro. Her family is her inspiration. She's an introvert, but she'll give you a smile at the lunch table here, and Skarstein is hurting now.
Skarstein, though, covering this move from Sheramet. This has been a huge push by Sheramet. She's up at 33 strokes per minute, but I'm not sure that she's able to come back on the Paralympic champion. We're seeing exactly why she is the world record holder, the Paralympic champion, the world champion. She's opening up clear water, but look, Samuel has another challenge over on the far side of the course. Rosat Benoit, the French sculler, coming through and perhaps even challenging now for silver.
Yeah, it looks like Skarstein held back until she hit those red buoys. Sheramet started to close the gap in that move that she made in the 3rd quarter. But here we go, Skarstein has resisted that move. She's pushing away from Sheramet. And as we've said, it is Natalie Benoit for France over on that far side of the course, who's now pushed into the silver medal position.
Well, we've just seen the endurance there from the 43-year-old French woman, the veteran of the London Paralympic Games. And she has just moved through to a silver medal position. Sheramet, we thought for a moment, you heard Sarah Cook say she'd come back.
Well, let's keep our eyes on it. Natalie Benoit has that overlap. We've still got about 100 metres down to the line. I think Skarstein is going to hold on, but Natalie Benoit is going to throw everything she has at her for this gold medal.
Certainly one of the greatest women's PR1 single sculls races that we've seen. It is Birgit Skarstein from Norway in lane 4. The Paralympic, the world champion, repeating that success in 2023. What a scull from Natalie Benoit in the final 1,000 metres. So brave from Anna Sheramet, the Ukrainian, and your heart has to go out for Moran Samuel. You saw the pain etched on her face. She's finishing now in 4th place. The Israeli sculler missed a medal for the 2nd year running at the World Championships. Sure she won't intend to do that in next year's Paralympics. Manuela Diening in lane number 1, coming in, I think, in 5th place, and Wang Lili, the Chinese, probably got 100 metres to scull in 6th place.
Well, an awful lot happened in that race, didn't it? As we saw Skarstein away from the start. We're looking here at Anna Sheramet with that long lean back that she has. and it really worked for her in the third 500. But yeah, we said, how about Natalie Benoit just staying in the race, and then I really did think towards the end she could even build it up and come through for a gold medal, but as it was a silver that she will be taking behind the all-conquering, still champion Birgit Skarstein.
Yeah, I do think that's one of the best ever women's Paralympic races that I've seen. I'm not quite sure of the time across the finish, but it was a very quick race for these conditions.
And confirmation there of the conditions. Skarstein, world champion.
2023 World Road Championships, Birgit Skarstein.